darshan of Devi Parashakti in a physical embodied form almost every day, talking to us with utmost compassion, with utmost love and care, and just listening to the cosmic mother's showering of love on her children and on her daughters and sons, and it just is so healing. See, whether that question or the answer is for you or not, just being there and just watching Devi Parashakti and she coming down from Kailasa every day, attending to our questions, it brings so much of healing.
Yeah, it's too much compassion. The amount of time she spends day after day. Yeah, it's too much. Either Paramashiva or Parashakti, both dimensions, right? Constantly being there, and especially in this kind of environment, COVID environment, we need the support.
Beautiful, Ma. And one more thing I actually wanted to ask you. In the recent satsangs, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened up pretty much all the temples, monasteries, adhinams which we have in India, Kailasa rushing its aid to India. And when India's in the worst affected pandemic state, and just yesterday, Devi Parashakti had revealed that the India has literally become a living hell, like a kirmi bhojanam. One of the hells that was described in the Hindu scriptures, it has literally become like that. The human body is being food for all the creatures and insects and animals and whatnot, and thousands, hundreds of thousands of people dying everywhere, and cremation grounds are being full, and people don't even have time to burn the dead bodies, and the hospitals not having beds. And at this time, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in his most compassionate gesture, has opened up every monastery adhinam where we could provide the multi-layer every day, sharing about how it is important for us to just be alive in this year, and what are all the actions and services the Supreme Pontiff is doing through Kailasa to India, in the very country where he was, had so much of human rights violations and so much of abuse and character assassination. To that very land, the Supreme Pontiff is extending his services. And what is it that you would like to share about that, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. I'm like so happy that he's offering this, this sort of solution, which is so detailed, like, thorough. And I don't think there's anybody like offering this level, like, 3-layered quarantine system. And also seeing all the pictures on Facebook, like, they're like, I'm seeing like the detail that he's handling. About I'm seeing all the sanitizing material, the food that's been taken care of. Even the ink cartridges are being bought and kept for people to use. So and all the herbal supplements, right? So it's such a thorough level of planning. It's a huge undertaking that Swamiji is doing. In one satsang, Swamiji said like the whole air and water is going to be poisonous. That's like really scared me, because I have like lots of relatives in Chennai and Bangalore. So I actually immediately texted one of my cousins and like told him like to even close the windows, everything. Then he like texts back and tells me that we are already having COVID. We already got affected by COVID. So actually his entire family had the coronavirus. His son, wife, mother-in-law, everybody had, and 2 of them were in hospital and came back. So I was like telling them like this, the Adhinam is a safe place, and like somehow you can, the next wave is going to come in September. It's going to be really bad. But so most of my relatives, they all believe like Swamiji has superpowers, he's divine, all that. But somehow there's hesitancy in coming to the Adhinam. They feel like they feel confident that they can handle it on their own. It's not getting into them that it's going to be, it's too much, right? It's going to be in the air. Like you cannot quarantine, especially in the Indian social infrastructure. Like you cannot, on your own quarantine. So it's my responsibility is to tell them, this is what is going to happen. At the same time, not spook them and create too much fear. and pray for them and do healing and those sorts of services. Yeah.
And what is it that you would like to share, Ma, in terms of how Swamiji is opening up, his compassion and his tyaga, and how Swamiji is literally opening up every monastery wherever we could provide the multi-layer quarantine. When you heard that and Swamiji doing this, what was your experience? How did you feel about this whole?
I felt that he's like so compassionate and so courageous also, because there's always so much goes on in India, especially right in Swamiji, the Adinams, all that. So in spite of that, whatever has been done in the past, he just wants to do constantly and keep always having people in the their well-being in mind. Somehow he always comes up with some creative solution, right, to take care of humanity. So, and this is like such a huge scale, and at this time, I hope a lot of people are able to join the Adinam and live there and stay protected till the end of the year. So it'll be it's
Make use of this opportunity.
Yes.
Beautifully shared, ma'am. Beautifully shared. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your experience today on the Nityananda TV, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma, for having me.
Thank you. Yes. And dear viewers, we have many of you who have been commenting on YouTube. We have Aditya Kumar is saying the heaven is showering when Devi Parashakti is online. Yes. And we have Bhakti Vasyama saying a being to being conversation. It's a beyond language. This is truly a gift. It is beyond the logic of the mind. Just being an Upanishad. Gratitude. So beautifully expressed, Ma Bhakti Vaishya, and sharing of your Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. And if you are watching us live, you can go ahead to the main YouTube channel, SPH JJM, SPH Kailasa's SPH Nityananda channel on YouTube, and share your experience as a comment under the live feed that you're watching just now. And we will come back to you to read your comments, your experiences after a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Nityanandam, dear viewers, welcome back, and you can continue to share your experience of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading in the YouTube live chat if you're watching us on YouTube. We have Aditya Kumar sharing on YouTube live, saying Swamiji was telling in one event how our inner Vata Varna affects the Vata Varna. After the event, it starts to rain. So beautiful, Aditya Kumar. It's literally our inner space manifests what we have outside of us as well. Yes. So next we have joining us to share her experience. We have Ma Sarita Possibility from Tennessee, USA, who's here to share her experience. She just got her Akashic reading today as well. Later in last night and this morning, US time, and last night India time. So Ma Sarita, thank you so much for joining us today. And please do go ahead and share your experience, Ma.
Nityanandama. It's an awesome experience, ma. When Parashakti says I am her favorite daughter and her blessings, it's like I don't know how to express my words. And every time, whenever I send a question to her, I was waiting she's going to read my name, or sometimes my kids will come around me. They are disturbing me. Whenever I'm in the listening mode, she give the answers to me. Like today is awesome. Like I didn't realize. She's going to express, and she accepted the devotion, whatever I have. Like it's amazing. Like there is no words to express. It's an awesome experience.
It is a wonderful experience, especially when Devi calls you Chella Magale, Chella Magane, and Devi calls you Bahuputri, and when Devi calls you, you are my Selva Magal. You know, she uses so many different terms to just express her love to each and every one of us. And when you hear that, Ma, when you hear that you are the favorite daughter of Devi Parashakti herself, how do you feel? How do you take it? How do you, what is the experience that you go through?
It's usually even has like that also we feel, oh my God, like they're calling daughter, especially Devi Parashakti calling me as a daughter. It's like she's showering everything, like she's accepting me as a daughter, and then she's showing her compassion, love, and everything. That is awesome. Like that experience, like giving so much. Like I couldn't explain the words. Also, like the words are not coming. How she's she's expressing.
I totally understand your experience. The words are not enough to share what you feel, what you go through. You know, how can you translate that? How can you share the sweetness of a honey or a taste of the sweetness of an apple? How can you share that in words, right? The words are incapable of transmitting the experience that happens in us when, especially when Devi so personally connects with us, attached to us, and just makes us feel that she is there. She is taking care. And I know Devi today she said she will take care of everything else for you. She will give you the wealth and the name and the prosperity, and she will take care of all your sufferings and all your loans and karmas and whatnot. And when you are hearing that, see, we go through a lot in life. You know, we have family to take care, we have stress of the office and stress of the family, stress of finances, so many things. And when you heard that today, how did you feel?
I felt like I asked her just for one blessing, but she showered a lot. She showered she said that she's going to take out my karmas, and she said she's going to take out my taking care of my wealth and for everything. And not only that one, last month when I request her to take care of my kids, like she said she's going to take care of the kids also. Like as a mother, she's taking care of everything. Like she's telling you don't need to stress for anything. I'm here to taking care of you and your kids and everything. So like I felt like I'm in her lap.
You are in the lap, and you are indeed in the lap of the divine cosmic mother who is coming to shower her blessings. Not just you, because of you, your whole family, your kids are being taken care by the divine mother. It's such a beautiful experience would like to share about your experience?
If she asked a question to the 90 or 100 Fahrenheit, like it's so hot. We are feeling, oh my God, it's so hot. How we can go out also? So because kids are playing outside, I was calling them, but they are not coming and they are playing. So hot. Suddenly it started raining and then everything is cool down, and like the weather is like balanced. I felt, oh my God, how is it possible? She blessed like whole US, not only West Coast US. That is one of my experience. Like she shouted for everything for everyone, and Swamiji was taking care everything. Like whenever I ask anything for my parents or anyone, it's like he shouted like whenever I ask anything, he shouted like that.
Wow. Shawat, he's taking care of your children, he's taking care of your parents, he's taking care of the weather, he's taking care of your karmas, he's taking care of your loans, and he is showering you with wealth. Well, what more you want? Devi is an all-inclusive package. Whatever you want, just come to Devi Parashakti, connect with her, receive her grace and blessings. And today, during the Akashic reading, Devi so beautifully said, she was answering a devotee, he said, blessing a devotee, saying, just because you called me Amma, you connected with me as a mother, I am showering you with whatever you want. That's all it takes. It doesn't take anything for you to experience Devi Parashakti. Just sit and connect with her as a divine mother. How you will talk to your biological mother, how you will talk, how you will relate, just like that, relate with your cosmic mother, Devi Parashakti herself, and experience showering of wealth and grace and blessings and health and career breakthrough and ultimately enlightenment, Jivan Mukti itself. That is what Devi is here to share with all of us. And today she even shared that the ultimate purpose of human life is Jivan Mukti. And that is what she's blessing us all with. So beautifully shared, Ma Sarita. Thank you so much for coming live on NTV and sharing your experience.
Thank
you. And dear viewers, and if you are watching this live and if you have an experience to share, please don't shy away. You never know how many thousands will be able to relate with your experience. It can be a one-word comment, it can be a one-line experience. Whatever you experience with Devi Parashakti, please do go ahead and post it in the YouTube live chat. In the live chat section, we will be reading out some of the comments as well. And next we have joining us Ma Purnima Rao from California is here joining us to share her experience with all of us. Let's hear and see what she has to say. Nityananda Ma? Yes, Ma. Can you go ahead and unmute yourself, Ma, in Zoom?
Nityananda Ma.
Nityananda Ma, Purnima, thank you so much for joining us live to share your experience of Devi Parashakti Akashic readings today, Ma. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and you can go ahead and share your experience.
Thank you for considering me for this, Ma. And when Devi Parashakti called my name, I went into Samadhi. I just heard one sentence. After that, I had to watch the YouTube again and then hear what she said. But my inner space knew what she's saying. And one more small miracle in my side is my name is registered in YouTube as Purnima Rao. And Devi called Purnima Rao in YouTube recording. What I heard is Purnima Rama Rao, which is my official name. I can't believe.
Oh my God.
Yes, Ma. That was something I checked again and again. I heard Purnima Rama Rao. That's my official name. But in YouTube, I put Purnima Rao. But that's the difference, Ma. And then, you know what? Actually, she said, you'll get the house. And my house was not getting closed. There was obstacles. She's taken care of that now.
Oh my God.
Yes, Ma. Immediately. She's very fast in giving results, Ma. Very, very fast.
Wow. So she wanted Devi to take care of your house and immediately it was taken care.
Yes, she is actually. In fact, I have been worshipping Lalita Tripura Sundari for maybe 20-30 years, Ma, through Lalita Sahasranama. The only day Devi called me out and gave me the name was the day Bala Tripura Sundari came.
Wow.
Ma, after that, I had trouble with surrendering. And right after that, my connection to her has been very deepened. Now, every step I tell, if Devi wants, this will happen. If this is good for me, she's my mother. She will do this for me. And it's such a blissful experience seeing her every day on the TV screen, twice a day, listening to her kirtanas. Like it's become such spontaneous connection. Ma.
Wow, so blessed you are, Ma, so blessed. Your 20, 30 years of your intense, sincere devotion has brought the Nija avatar of Devi in your life. Devi in the form of a guru, blessing you and giving you all the things that you wish for in life. What a beautiful blessing is it, Ma. Have you ever imagined that you will actually see Devi in the Pratyaksha Rupa every day in your life, being able to relate to her, talk to her?
Absolutely, Ma. Even I question myself, what have I done to even deserve this level of love, Ma? After that, I've been able to see she's nothing other than my mother. I can reach to her and she answers me back. What have I done in any life to get this level of blessing? Do I even deserve? I've asked myself, Ma. I'm so blessed.
Wow, so beautiful, Ma, so beautiful. Anything else that you would like to share about your experience, Purnima, Ma?
Yeah, after that experience, like I have been connecting to her and she answers me. Like I suggest everyone to connect to Devi through their third eye and ask them, she'll start responding to us. And for me, the way Swamiji happened to me and the way he started guiding me from past few years, it's been such a blissful experience. And I can't imagine what kind of level Swamiji, Sangha, Devi has brought in me. Total completion, Ma.
Wow. Total completion with the blessings of Devi Parashakti. And literally we can see the completion radiating through your face, Ma Purnima Rao. So beautifully expressed. And just that experience, we know Devi is there taking care of us. Like how you said, that ultimate surrender happens when you know she is taking care of our life.
Yes, Ma.
Much, much better than the way we are even planning for it. And that's when the ultimate surrender happens. And as Bhagavan Shri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchaha. Just for leaving all the dharma, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Just take refuge, just surrender to me. I will remove all your karmas and all your past incompletions and I will liberate you. That is what Devi Parashakti is doing and making the surrender so easy. See, when Devi Parashakti blesses us, like you said, you are struggling with surrender, but the moment you asked her and she made it happen for you, that surrender happens automatically when you know she is there taking care, much better than we plan and devise for our own lives. And that's when the ultimate surrender happens, Ma. So beautifully shared. Ma.
Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so much, Ma Purnima Rao, for joining us live and sharing your experience with us. And dear viewers, if you are watching this, it's time for you to come live on YouTube chat and share your experience of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. We are going to be right back with you after a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each god is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each god is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each god is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Welcome back, dear viewers. And in the next segment of today's program, we are going to be sharing with you about what are Akashic records. Now, Akashic records are records created by space. Now, whatever has happened in time is there as a file. Nothing can be destroyed. Please understand, none of our actions, thoughts, plans, words, nothing can be destroyed. Akashic records are cosmic archives of everything happened, happening, and will happen. Akashic records are verbal, visual, 5-dimensional document. Whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. Now, all the information that we collected from all of our births is there in our DNA. We can access some of them just to understand and not to waste the time doing the same actions again and again. Now, Akashic records, it's like, it is not a prediction, right? Akashic reading, It is a reading from the cosmic archives. And in the cosmic archives, there is no such thing as past, present, or future. Beyond the dimension of space, creation, and destruction happen simultaneously. And it is only in the dimension of time starts the past, present, and future. But in Akashic records, there is no such thing as past, present, and future. That is why what we call as happened recorded in the Akashic records. Now, what is Akashic reading in the words of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism? Now, nobody, actually, the Supreme Pontiff says, nobody can comment on these Akashic readings. Nobody has the right to interpret or manipulate these readings. Nobody has the right to comment on these readings. They are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great teachings again and again. Now, when you listen to these great teachings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated, broken, and these great truths settle in your inner space and they make you live enlightenment. Now, only an avatar can decode Akashic readings. As an avatar of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has graced humanity with the blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing answers to questions to the earning of seekers, the solutions, breakthroughs, and liberating humanity from pain and suffering. Any answer given by Devi Parashakti is not just an answer, but a karmic breakthrough for the receiver. The Shastra Pramana, the reference in the Hindu scriptures to the power of Akashic reading, is in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra Sutra 84, Dharana 61. It says, Akasham Vimalam Pashyan Kritva Drishtim Nirantaram Stabdhatma Takshanat Devi Bhairavam Vapurapnuyat. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the infinite, spotless, etheric space, Akasha beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze from the third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space Bhairava. The Apta Pramana, the reference from the Hindu scriptures to the power of Akashic reading, is mentioned in the great Hindu epic Mahabharata. The Hindu Purana Mahabharata narrates the story of the sage Maitreya, who reveals the secrets to Vidura, the story of his birth in human form, and the reason for all his sufferings. Sage Maitreya accessed the Akashic records and told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but was in fact an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Lord of Death. He was to play the part of the so-called Shudra for 100 years, being cursed by Mandaka Muni. What are the benefits of Akashic reading? Now, all the information that we collected in all our births is there in our DNA. We can access some of them just to understand and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. Accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be useful for you to be liberated from your default future, bringing an end to binding cognitions, known and unknown suffering, leading us to experiencing enlightenment, Paramashiva. And only an avatar can alter the Akashic records. The initiated Balasans, the disciples of the Supreme Pontiff, can only view the Akashic records, but an avatar, Swamiji, can alter, edit, upgrade, delete the Akashic records. And during the darshan and the dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotee. Now, what kind of questions you can ask in the Akashic readings? You can ask questions about your past, present, future. You can ask questions about your professional life, your personal life, about your career, about your path in life. What is the ultimate path? What should you be doing in the near future, in the far future, today? Whatever blessings you want for wealth, health, relationships, enlightenment itself, whatever, and to remove any of your karmas and doshas and anything that you're going through in life. And if you're not able to understand why things are happening the way you are, just come to Devi Parashakti, seek your blessings, and manifest life the way you want. And you can ask the questions in various platforms. You can ask it in the YouTube live chat, which is only for the members of the YouTube channel, the SPH Nityananda channel. You can ask your questions on the Facebook live chat. You can ask Facebook comments in Instagram, in Twitter, in WhatsApp. We have so many different mediums in which you can post your questions for Devi Parashakti. So now we are going to move on to the next segment to learn how can we connect with Devi Parashakti after a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Welcome back, dear viewers. In the next segment, we are going to share with you what are the different ways we can connect with Devi Parashakti, the various different offerings that we have for Devi Parashakti. Now, there are two aspects of offering. One is giving and the second is accepting. Now, only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. The offering is not made out of fear, not out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played and out only for the purpose of enlightenment. The beautiful Dhyana Shloka for Devi Parashakti, it says, Indhuni bhave dakarava hinayanam syat pankajavara japakshara yuktam angahi mabhushana vichitranayanam syat tungamakudochvala manonmani swarupam. Moon-like face, Vedas, the book in the hand, fire in the eyes, the lotus flower grazing and blessing hands, and with one hand the Japamala, beautifully decorated with the jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes and shining big crown. Her name is Manon Mani. It's from the Manon Mani Dhyanam. The next sloka it says, ध्याये देवीं त्रिनेत्रां सशिनि भवदनां वेदहस्तां ददानां सव्ये पद्मं भरदमपरे चाभयं साक्षमालां दिव्यैराभरणैर्विभूषिततनुं ब्रह्मादिभिः पूजितां देवीमेव मनोन्मणिं प्रतिदिनं कामर्थदत्रीं शुभाम्. I meditate on Devi with 3 eyes glowing like a moon, and hold Veda and lotus and grazing with the blessing and grazing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods, and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. This is from the Moola Agama Manon Mani Dhyanam. Next, we want to share with you about the significance of the divine element, the gold, significance of the divine element, gold being offered. The gold is a divine element. It purifies anything it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power, of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse the sattva energy and positive thought currents to anyone who wears or anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. Gold is present in all the scriptures, the Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, Puranas. In all the Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and the purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Rituals, feasts were offered in gold bricks. And when one was to be saved from the life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritualistic fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equal amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built in huge doors of gold, and the streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses and cows were dressed in gold. Now, the Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. In this river called the Hiranmaya, the river of gold in the Vedic Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartini in Atharva Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones whom you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It lasts forever. Now, the next, what we are going to see is what are the various different offerings that we have for Devi Parashakti. The first is the offering of E-Hundi. The reference to Devi Parashakti, it says, Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vasya, Vayapaha. Shambhavi, Sharada Aradhya, Sharvani, Sharmadayini. Devi, who is fond of true devotion and who is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through true devotion. She removes all the fears. So just by worshipping Devi Parashakti, she removes all the fears that we are going through. So you can make the E-Hundi offering by visiting the site tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. I request NTV operator to please project the link on the screen. Next we have is the Sankalpa chanting, where you can get the blessings for you and for your family members by offering the Sankalpa, just taking the conscious resolution into Devi Parashakti to receive her grace and blessings. Tayaitan mohyate vishwam saiva vishwam prasuyate chaya chitta cha vajanam tushta hrudhim prayaschati. The goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. This is the Devi Mahatmyam, the 12th chapter, the 34th verse. Offering the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, blesses the person offering with all the fruition of the desires and wishes that he is earning for. The offering of the Sankalpa chanting can be made by visiting the link tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. We are projecting the link on the screen for you. So you can go ahead and make your offerings. The next offering that we have is that of the Sahasra Nama Swarna Kasu, the offering of the gold coin inscribed with one of the 1008 divine Akshaya Gunas, the imperishable qualities of Devi Parashakti. She who likes the repetition of her various names. This is an offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. It's a very special and unique archana offered to Mahameru of Devi Parashakti, offering a gold coin inscribed with each of the 1008 names and receive the blessings to have the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. The next offering that we have is that of Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu vakta prabham sinchannu kurakinkini manidaram padma prabhabasuram sarvabhishta palapradam girisudam vani rama sevitam meenakshim pranadosme santatamaham karunyavaram nidhim. I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has a garland of pearls and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddess Vani and Rama. I remain bowing, forever bowing to goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Offering the pearl finger ring and receiving the blessings to be showered by her compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. The next offering we have is that of the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus. We have a beautiful reference to the golden lotus from Kamika Agama. It says, Ashta Vidyeshwa Rupata Kumbha Varna Samyutam Sarve Shastra Vastradhya Hemo Pankaja Bhushitaha Sapi Dana Sukrachasya Pakwa Vilba Palapradaha Snapanodhyaya Samsiddha Pramanena Samanvitaha. All the Kailasa Kalashas should be wound around with a suitable thread and covered with a new cloth. They should be adorned with a lotus flower made of gold. So it's called the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the lotus flower, the golden lotus flower. There are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of Ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship or meditating on or on the mudras and asanas used during worship involves the lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower. Now the Shakti of Paramashiva is also called as the lotus. The base of Paramashiva Linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus. Offer the golden lotus in any size you wish to and be blessed to have the state, space, powers and being of Devi in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situation in life. You can go ahead and offer the Swarna Padma Pushpa by visiting tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. The next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Miti, the golden touring, Nakadhiti Samchanna Namajjana Tamoguna Patmatvaya Prabhajala Parakrita Saruruha. You whose brightness from the toenails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. So the Swarnamiti, the golden touring, is 250 US, $750 US. Offering of the touring to Devi, adorning the sacred feet to be in constant gratitude to receive her blessings in the even in the most difficult aspects of your life. So offering of Swarnamati is $750. The next offering that we have is that of the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry, which is $750. Sudha Sara Bhivarshini, she who makes the nectar flow in all your nerves from Sahasrara, she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The golden hairline jewelry, the Swarna Mangtika, represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra when it is fully opened. The offering of the Swarna Mangtika is $750. Offer the Mangtika to Devi and receive blessings of achieving the blissful state of overpowering gratitude and space of complete completion.
The next offering is the Pratyaksha offering of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, which is available at $1,008. Illuminating the splendor of Devi's two names and dispel the darkness of the ignorance in the devotees, prostrating at her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. So whenever you want to offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja, you achieve the space of complete completion. You achieve the space of gratitude, and this is the best way for you to get established in the feeling connection with the Nijavatara, manifesting as the Devi Parashakti. Next slide. Yes. So along with the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, you can also offer Vastra Seva, which is available at $1,008. Offering of the Vastra Seva blesses the Yajaman with all the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji. All these offerings are available at tiny.cc/baby-offerings. Yes. So you can see all these offerings available as a snapshot here. In the registration form, there are two options. You can offer today, or you can have an intention to offer specific sevas. In the registration form, you can either click in interested in offering, or if you feel you need help in manifesting, so you have the intention to offer the seva, but you need some more money, you want to manifest that wealth, then you can choose need help in manifesting. And there's also an option for need more details. So the online payment is available at tiny.cc/baby-offerings. And after you make the payment, you can log into tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. So in this link, you'll have to give the details of the Sankalpa for you and your family members. So your names will be chanted as part of offering the seva. Yes. So we'll just go through how do you log into this and what are the things that you will see. So basically, when you log into tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, you will be directed to this page. Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan donations. So you can choose one of the options. Okay. Now let's say you choose Swarna Padma Pushpa. Right. So then you click on to add to cart. So once you click on to add to cart, you will be directed to this page. Then once again, you say, okay, how many quantity of this offering? Then proceed to checkout, where you can enter your card details, payment details, and place the order. So you need to check in to I have read the terms and conditions and place the order. After which you can get into Sankalpa 2021, tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. Click into next. And you have this terms and conditions option. Check into I agree, 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 agree. And then the payment details. And check into Devi Bhava Samadhi offering. Yeah. And then click into next. So this is how you log into the registration form and also enter into the Sankalpa details. Now let us see how you can be part of Kailasa, how you can extend your support to Kailasa by super sticker and super chat option. So when you go to youtube.com, you can see on the right hand corner, there are two options. You can see a smiley and a dollar symbol. So when you click on the dollar symbol, you can see three options basically: super sticker, super chat, and join. So in order to become, comment on our YouTube channel, you need to become a member of the YouTube channel. So you'll have to click on join. So when you click on this join option, join this channel option, there are different denominations, whether you can become a bronze member, silver member, gold member, platinum member, or a premium member. So which is available right from $3 per month. So you can click on that and complete your purchase by adding a credit card or a debit card and enter your details and save the card and place the order. Now let us see how you can become part of the super sticker. So click into super sticker. And you can see there are a number of stickers which is available at different denominations. So you can click on to this, any of the denominations. Yes. So you can click on to any of these denominations and show your support to Kailasa. Next, let us move on to super chat option. So you can send a message along with the your support to Kailasa. You also have an opportunity to send a message, whatever may be your message. It can be a blessing message that you want from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, or you can just extend your support or whatever you wanted to share about your involvement in Kailasa. You can post that as a message, or whatever blessings that you want to receive from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, manifesting as the Devi Parashakti. Yes. So you can click into buy and send, where you'll be directed to this purchase window where you can add the credit card or your debit card, or you can also make the payment through your PayPal account. Yes. Yes, so with this yes, before we move to the next segment, let us have a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes. So the next segment is going to be about the most exciting Kailasa's multi-layer quarantine opportunity for India during COVID-19 as a practical solution resulting in health, joy and bliss. We're going to see all the updates from Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham, which is one of the multi-layer COVID Care Protection Center established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Karandi Parameshwara. And how the people in the COVID Care Center, how are they enjoying, and how the Adinavasis, the Kailasians, are preparing ourselves for hosting thousands of people in Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham. Joining with me today is Manatya Achalananda Swami. So before we get on to the segment today, let us see a quick cap. We can see a quick run through into what is happening in the world today. So if you take the coronavirus deaths around the world, total number of deaths is about 3 million. And new deaths, a daily figure is about 12,744. Total confirmed cases is about 139.9 million. And the latest figure, how many people are getting infected on a daily basis, is about 837,344 people per day. And you can see the country and region, the number of cases and the number of deaths as per the country and region. And you can see almost every single part of the world is completely affected by corona. The daily... Please go ahead.
The COVID-19 cases. The COVID-19 cases the COVID-19 cases in around the world, one can see the graph actually a very concerning trend as far as countries like India go. As Devi Parashakti revealed in the Akashic readings, the third wave, which is expected to happen around September to October, there are signs of it, of course, not in the magnitude that Devi has revealed, but to whatever extent human beings are able to perceive, one can see over here the first and the second waves taking their toll in the Western Hemisphere, in countries like the United States, United Kingdom, Italy, where the graphs have peaked around November of 2020, starting there and continuing till about January to February 2021. And in these times, the graphs much lower in India. But now, over the last couple of months, precisely from around April the 15th, 2021, there is an absolutely non-dipping graph, which is a very concerning trend where the number of cases and the number of deaths in India have just consistently been increasing. The graph peaking, as one can see, even as late as May 18th, 2021, where the rest of the world, the COVID-19 impact, the Pralaya impact has been reducing comparatively, whereas in India, the graph actually showing that COVID-19 literally doing the Ghora Tandava.
So the fact that the Indian cases rise up to 350,000 cases in 7 days, while in US, United States, it drops to 50,000 per day. So you can see there's something fundamentally happening in this side of the hemisphere where you're not able to control the new strain, where the deaths and the people affected is increasing in an exponential way. From May 1st to the 18th of May, if you see the number of confirmed deaths just in India, it is about 610,000 deaths over 18 days. It is higher than the United States, US, and Germany. The deaths are kept in check. Notice regular drops in the records, but in India, the record is consistently high. In India, totally about 283,248 deaths, in which 4,529 new deaths in last 24 hours. And the number of confirmed cases, it is just too high.
At almost 25.5 million, and with a graph that shows no drop. In the weeks to come, in the months to come, as they were predicted, because India drove away the captain of the Kailasa ship and away from the sacred space of Bharat, India going to face and already facing the Kirimi Bhojanam as described in the Garuda Purana, literally as one can see in the graph worldwide, practically the entire India affected by this deadly corona. Not just that, the logistics of the infrastructure in India, as one knows, and the population that exists in the country, both by no means support the quelling of this pandemic. It is only all hell let loose.
You can see 1.23 lakh deaths in just 71 days. In Gujarat, government claims only 4,218 died of COVID. So there is a lot of under-reporting that's done by the government, and it has been pointed out by several media handles and several executive bodies that the government is not showing the right picture, not showing the real picture to the public. Public are kept in hindsight, so we don't know the gravity of the situation, so they do not take the necessary precautions, which is leading to more catastrophic events in terms of protecting people from COVID.
One can see here, more COVID vaccinations and medical support are needed in India is what the conclusion is. As one can see, the graphs where India consistently rising, especially over the past couple of months, where the rate of increase is just uncontrolled. And yet, what happens after the vaccination is yet another concerning story.
So where is the world heading, and where are we safe in today's world? Before we go to this segment, let's have a short break.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations. Both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes, where is the world heading, and where are we really safe in today's world? And just a snapshot on what is happening in terms of the new pandemic outbreak in India, where black fungus is declared as an epidemic in Rajasthan. Rajasthan declares black fungus as an epidemic in the state, and cases rise in Delhi too. So this is predominantly observed in people who are either vaccinated or who have recovered from the COVID infection. So their immunity levels drop down to such a level that they are prone to getting the secondary infections, especially the lethal black fungus infection. And in Uttar Pradesh, we can see the cases of yellow fungus. So every week or every 10 days, new infections, new secondary infections outbreak is happening predominantly in India. So when the first world countries close their borders during a massive global emergency that the world is seeing today, what is the stance of Kailasa? What did Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, has done to the world? He has literally opened his doors. He has opened all his Kailasas as the COVID care protection centers. Please understand, this is something phenomenal from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, especially when all the powerful countries of the world today is closing down their borders in this global emergency. It is Swamiji, it is Kailasa who has opened the doors without any reservation, without any attachments, without any conditions. He has simply unconditionally opened his doors of Kailasa to every single person, whoever wants to get protected from COVID. Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji, reveals that at least 6 months back, I became aware that multi-layer quarantine is required to protect people. If you are in India and if you want to protect your immediate family or an extended family, anyone who will listen to you, get them immediately to our campuses. He has simply unconditionally opened all his enlightenment ecosystems that he had built over 26 years. And not only that, these enlightenment ecosystems were attacked profusely. It was attacked brutally by these anti-Hindu militants. And despite that, he has opened these enlightenment ecosystems for the benefit of people, especially at this stage when all of us are very clear that the governments have failed, the society has failed in protecting the interest of the people. They are not able to handle the situation. There is not a single hospital that can give you a bed today. People who come to the hospital are directly taken to the mortuary. So that is the situation that is happening right now in India. At this stage, it is Swamiji who has opened his doors, who has opened all his enlightenment ecosystems to accommodate every single person who wants to protect themselves from corona. And the other issue here is, in India, it is impossible to practice the home quarantine because all the places, living spaces are very, very small. That indirectly makes you to have mental breakdown. So that is why many people don't bother about whether they're going to get affected by the corona infection or they're going to die. They just say, yes, I'm not able to handle this home quarantine. They are experiencing immense anxiety issues and mental breakdown. That is on the other one hand. On the other hand, it is simply not possible for them to continue being in the home quarantine because they have to look after their livelihood. They don't know what to do in terms of protecting their family, in running the living expenses of the family. So there are multiple reasons why this home quarantine is simply not possible. It is not possible to educate the people the importance of the home quarantine on one hand, and on the other hand, the government and the society is failing in providing the necessary medical aid to the people. So that's Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma, who said that home quarantine is one of the primary reasons for a large number of deaths during the second wave of COVID in Assam. The Maharashtra government on Tuesday has announced the decision to stop the home quarantine in 18 districts which shows higher COVID positivity rate than the state's average. The state's public health minister, Rajesh Tope, said that the decision is to ensure better healthcare facilities to the patients in districts which are showing higher positivity rate. That is mainly because about 41% of the houses have just a single room. That is what Swamiji was revealing in the satsangs recently, that it is very, very congested space. It is very confined space, and people are simply not able to handle these confined smaller places where they are not able to handle themselves. Therefore, in order to utilize India's healthcare infrastructure optimally to manage the expanding fallout of coronavirus, the central government on 27th of April, about a month before, signaled a change in approach. From mandating that every person who tests positive for the virus be moved to isolation beds in the dedicated hospitals or units, the government allowed home quarantine for those with milder symptoms. The self-isolation for COVID-19 is simply impossible for 40% of the Indian families. So despite knowing that the approach is not going to be practically successful, the government and the society is pushing the people to follow that practices, which we know that it's going to fail anyway. Now, where is this space for home quarantine in cities? A number of media handles has been highlighting these issues continuously, consistently. Now, at this stage, when the society and the government is not able to handle the situation, it is Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who has opened all
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara.
Coming back, one can see, compared to the rest of the world and the Indian government authorities itself, not able to handle the deadly assault of the corona, home quarantine options not working, and the nation really looking helpless at what can be done to save India. At this time, Kailasa rushes to the help of India as India finds itself on the verge of the COVID-19 third wave. Multiple free COVID care centers have been opened up across India. Various social services have been offered, continuing to be offered during this pandemic in the various adinams across India. One can see over a dozen adinams or enlightenment spiritual ecosystems opened up. The spiritual services offered during the pandemic in ashrams and adinams across India, cosmic revelations on the global pandemic have been shared with the world. The multitude of social services offered during the pandemic in the adinams across India, including free medical care in the form of allopathy, Ayurvedic and Siddha medicine, fire safety equipment maintenance, infrastructure being made available to accommodate the thousands who are going to rush into the Adi Kailasa ship, accommodation being made taking into account the multi-layered quarantine which is essential as revealed, where home quarantine or single layer quarantine does not work anymore. Emergency services like emergency ambulances and literally ICU on wheels being made ready with all the support needed for literally being an ICU on wheels, including oxygen, pure oxygen, ventilator support, and all the state-of-the-art equipment being equipped in the ambulances. Personal protective medical equipment, in terms of hand sanitizing, face masks, steam inhalation, and the groceries collected so that Annadan can be served, food can be made available to one and all, and served to the people at large. And that's supported by organic farming so that nutritious, healthy, sattvic food can be provided to one and all, including in this epidemic. The social.
So while we go to the next segment, we have Ma Mahavidya, who's one of the Kailasians, Kailasvasi, who's actually preparing the Adi Kailash, who's involved in the major infrastructure team, who's preparing the Adi Kailash to support to support the COVID care protection center. So I'm going to invite her to the show today. Okay, so before we get Ma Mahavidya to the show, let's have a short promo.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only.
Yes. So we have Ma Mahavidya, who's one of the Kailavasis in Adi Kailasa Sarangapita. I welcome Ma Mahavidya to the show today. Nityanandama.
Nityanandama. Nityanandama.
Yes. So would you like to share the glimpse of what is happening in Adi Kailasa? How does the energy feel like? Especially we have hundreds of people already come to the campus. So how are the people responding, and what is the update that you have from the infrastructure team to be to share with the world today?
Nityanandam, everybody. Thank you, Ma. Really, such a great opportunity. So lots to share, but we'll give you quick updates from Adi Kailash. So everybody listening and watching to us can really see the readiness that's happening on this side of the world and this side of Kailasa, really. This is news from Kailasa. So what has been happening in the last few days since, the Devi Parashakti readings, we've had a lot of influx of people. So let's start there. We've had people walk in morning 2 a.m., coming in at 2 p.m. With kids, with just themselves, women, youth, families, youngsters. But, people who are really coming as families, people who are also coming by themselves. And sometimes they're prepared, sometimes they just walk in and they just say, I'm here, this is my only home. We actually had someone walk in yesterday, and he was blessed by Devi Parashakti, and he came in and he was just has one thing on his mouth. This is my only home, this is my only home. And the smiles on people's faces, the joy, the gratitude that we are seeing on them is really is so fulfilling. Because we had one family just 3 days back. She's come with her kids, and her kid is really young. He was a new place. You can imagine new kid, how he was feeling. The kid was really, but you won't believe the energy here. First, when the kid started to walk in, he was a little panicky, doesn't know what to do. He's running here, running there, looking for his mom. But just a few minutes later, he met one of our readiness teams who meets everybody at the, at the welcome stage when they are entering the first level quarantine. She met one of our sannyasis there, and just there, the kid has just settled down, started to play in our food carts, started to play in all the vehicles we have up and down. And you won't believe, within a few hours, the same mother, she was a little panicky. How will I be able to bring all my luggage pieces, 6 pieces, this and that? But within the few hours, she's connecting to us and asking us, Ma, how would you like me to have all of these certain disposals done? What processes would you like us to follow? I will set up a process in place. We are 6 of us. We'll just form a team, and we'll do it. We'll take turns, and we'll make sure it gets to you the way you want it, the way it is safe for you, for us. We didn't ask her. We never asked her to, even consider like how she wants to deposit the trash, or how she wants to handle her baby, how she wants to live in the community. What we never even had the opportunity to train her what the first level quarantine processes are. But the gratitude and the joy of people's faces of what they are receiving is just immediately they are standing up and they are coming to us and connecting to us and saying, Ma, what can we do? Can you? And they are really, they say, Ma, so far I had these bags, and I made sure we have separate compost, we have separate sanitized napkins, and they're taking the responsibility of moving forward, and they're taking the joy, and they're really enjoying what Kailasa is providing is extremely, I don't know the words, is really, fulfillment also is a very small word to say. When you see that you are part of something so huge, that it is giving life.
Mahal, what you brought up is a very important point, because say in the society today, because there is so much of insecurity amongst people, we don't take responsibility for the other person, because we ourselves is not sure what is going to happen to us. So we are so focused, and we are so onto ourselves, so we fail to take responsibility for how does my quarantine practices affect other person's health. Most of us do not even have the time or the space to think about it. That is why the home quarantine practices is failing in India, because people are not feeling secure. But here in Kailasa, because Swamiji has provided complete security, they can do whatever they want to do, because internet is available. They can continue their work from home options. They can practice anything that they want. He is spiritually empowering them. So, and the whole energy field that he has built for last with the Nityananda Lingam that has been built for last 12 plus years. So everything is coming together. People are feeling so much of gratitude, so much of security. Immediately the innate responsibilism is awakened in people. People say, yes, I want to do that. I want to take up some responsibility. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's really overwhelming to see such kind responses from participants who have come here for COVID Care Protection Center. It's a very important point what you brought out, Ma. Please go ahead.
Yes, Ma. And so when I'm seeing, and I'm not alone, I'm part of a readiness team here for the preventive and protective quarantine facilities we are setting up in Adi Kailash. There's 14 of us, and when the 14 of us are interacting with this group, right? Interacting means, now I will clarify and just expand on that what I mean. But just to finish my thought current here, really the way they are approaching and they are feeling secured is making us feel that in this whole Leela, really, in this whole ship that Devi has created, there is one little tiny part that I am able to contribute to. That fulfillment, the joy that each of us is feeling is immensely empowering us for whatever is next. And that let me now expand on interaction, readiness, and maybe even sharing information to all of us who are watching here. So we've got many layers of quarantine. The first layer of quarantine where we have there's only one specific individual that interacts to whoever is coming, and we have special practices, social distancing, we have our masks, we have our sanitizers, we have proper dispensers, we have proper processes for garbage disposal, different types of garbage disposal,
How
food,
long do you guys
everything.
take? So, if I may ask this question,
Yes.
how long do you guys take to streamline this whole processes? Because you're
Oh,
telling a list of things, right?
yes.
So, what was involved behind this?
What is involved is really Swamiji's extreme level of thinking and micromanagement on what will make every person feel secure. So whether it is the inmate Adinavasi, us, how we will feel that I am protected from what is coming from outside, because we have been, we have been really been taken care of by this ecosystem. We are living a mask free life. This is a real blessing to all of us. How we are being protected, and how the person coming in also feels at home. So there's security at the levels of, they know that, okay, if I'm in this specific location, and I'm saying location, it's not a room, you have a place, you will walk around, you can come out, you can, do your things, but you are given a specific location, a place where, okay, I can move about in this area. You know that this area is safe, I will get everything I need in this specific area. When I say everything, it is that unit itself is self-sustainable, self-contained, whether it is a housekeeping item or your food item, or you wanting to work and do your digital work, or you wanting to connect to your old colleagues or your family, telephone line, landline, internet. It is as if it's a complete home in its own, in that little quarantine area. So this person walking in doesn't even feel like, oh, I forgot to bring this, which is quite a possibility in the conditions people are coming to us. It is really Swamiji's extreme, I don't know the word, sensitivity, compassion. Nothing compares to thinking about a person who must have had a family, a home, and they just lock up quickly, immediately run. They're really running. I have to use the word running. Sometimes they are just coming to us with one bag, two pieces of luggage, with sometimes nothing also. And we really are able to give them the confidence from Swamiji's blessing that, just tell us what you need and we'll have it for you. And that unit that is provided for the person walking in is completely self-sustained. So this responsibilism is immediately happening, because they feel like, oh, I'm at home, I can just take care of this myself. That freedom that you feel, that you're at home, is automatically happening in them. And this completely is being thought through by Swamiji. Any of us on the ground is just on the ground, like hands and legs. Okay, put this here, put this there. That's all. Really nothing more than that. We are not doing any thinking, planning. The thinking, planning is really that side.
It's absolutely true, because every single step is totally micromanaged and guided by Swamiji to ensure what will make the people feel protected, what will give them the confidence that, yes, I'm going to live in this world, I'm going to contribute to this world, what will make them feel so secure. So every single step is being completely thought through and micromanaged and personally guided by Swamiji. And all of us, what we are really doing is, we're doing really nothing, just enjoying this whole process. It's more about how we are getting together, how we are enjoying this whole experience of welcoming people to our homes.
Yes, ma. That really is so true. So yesterday, so we are done with almost our first level quarantine readiness. We are kind of almost there. We finished with little things here and there that we want to finish up and wrap up. So it's completely self-contained. So yesterday we've also moved on to the second level quarantine, and where, once you've settled down, you want to start thinking and planning for your future. And even that Swamiji is micromanaged, because he is ready. He's put a whole like, okay, what all will an individual need? So yesterday we were in a place where he's thought through of where Swamiji is really thinking through of, now a person wants to sit and work and think and really, cognize what is next for me. Let's make an office space for them. Let's make a place for them where they're all together, yet feeling that he has that private space. So we were able to put together and finish that readiness, that facility readiness yesterday. Pardon me here. That facility readiness yesterday, and it's 14 of us. We spent about 12 hours, 13 hours just setting up everything, moving furniture, cleaning up, clearing up landlines, this, that. The joy, right? The experience of meeting people and how they are taking the responsibilism, I have to tell you, it is empowering all of us to work more and be like, oh wow, let's do this also. And yesterday when all of us are working together, not one of us felt like tired, or I can't use the word tired actually, not even feeling like we are doing work, to be honest. Didn't feel like we were doing work. It just felt like, hey, this only now I can do, what is there? It really, it was just that much. And all of us were so, what, 13, 12 hours, we were just like, hey, this only, let's do. But in the this only, the amount of spaces we got ready yesterday and how it was so extremely profound. And really it's a power manifestation level. And to tell you, it feels like Swamiji is giving us the experience also at the same time, while he's bringing everybody on board. It really is feeling like um, it's really easy. It's all we have to do is just have the intention that this is going to contribute to humanity so much. Fulfilling them is making us experience joy. So me personally, I can share you my experience. And when I was setting up the place yesterday, at 12, 13 hours, if somebody who knows my background, you know that I'm not somebody who's a physical fitness yoga person. I will do my morning routine, that's it. I'm not somebody who will go out extra 1 mile to really build my body and be really physically fit. But for even somebody like me, not at all experiencing any pain, anything, I'm ready for another 12 hours, 16 hour day, and actually I'm up again this morning. So it's actually experiencing one of the powers of Swamiji through us. We have no body pain, no extreme pain, shoulders, nothing. We are moving heavy equipment. I have picked up equipment that maybe double my weight, and it is as if it really feels like a feather when I'm doing it. So if all of those Ashtamaha Siddhis that Devi is also blessing so many individuals, that experience is happening in me while I'm doing this readiness. So this joy, this part of this process is not like part of the process. It is like an experience of everything that Swamiji is showering and Devi is showering on others. It's happening to us right now while we are here in the readiness team. Really, I cannot say that, oh, I'm part of this facilities services team, which I am, but I can't say I'm doing the work. I can only say I'm standing and experiencing all the experience that everybody else is happening around me. So when the 14 of us worked together, it became such extreme energy. There is no words to tell you, just except joy on my face. We are ready for another day. We have our full next 3 days planned out actually. From 7:30 onwards, we don't need a follow-up. We don't need anybody to tell us what to do. We know our team. We know we'll just go. We know next 3 days we have to get this done. We'll get it done. Because we are not even looking at it as getting done. We are like, okay, let's see now what is going to happen when I go there. What will be my new experience? So this is how we're doing. If I have to update, like also to new people who may be new to Adi Kailash, there's infrastructure set up for your, wherever you need to stay, your living areas, infrastructure for you to just move around, walking places. Of course, Navapashana Linga readiness is happening also along the way. So there's layers, and exactly like how Swamiji said, living quarters, moving quarters, everything is being set up. So Manchla Swami, please, if you'd like to add more.
I hate to interrupt as you were talking. It is such a, I think what Ma Mahavidya shared over here was literally a glimpse of what every single person over here is going through, experiencing, not just the, like Ma said, the facility services team or the quarantine, the multi-layer quarantine enabling team, but also every single person who is stepping foot into this campus is just taken to a whole new realm. is an understatement, so to speak, because everybody is experiencing on different levels not only the really extreme care and protection provided by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan, and how every single step, right from the enabling of the place to taking care of the people, providing them not only this physical protection for the sake of protecting their lives, as Devi said, but also giving them that spiritual strength and the transformation, the mental strength needed to handle the oncoming months. The spiritual solutions provided in exactly the same way as Bhagwan has protected and nurtured and brought up his children, his Adinavasis, his Sannyasis, his Balasans, the same kind of care, compassion, and absolute level of micromanagement, even in that. Because right from the morning when they start their yoga and puja and watch the satsang, watch the Akashic readings, and through the day, learning, internalizing the teachings of Bhagavan, the literally practically what people have experienced in the inner awakening, all those spiritual life solutions, the power manifestation, and the whole ambience kept in such a high energy so that people not only experience this as a protection center in the normal sense of the word, but also as a complete spiritual transformation. Because as we all know, anybody comes in the literally the breathing space of Paramashiva, who is residing here in the form of the Kalpataru, in the form of the Moolavar, in the form of Nityanandeshwara, Nityanandeshwari, and all the various deities who are here in the Adi Kailash, protecting us, gracing us, blessing us. Literally in the womb of Bhagavan is where this whole Leela is happening. And as Devi said yesterday, there is no more outside world, so to speak. It is practically only Adi Kailasa, the ship, the only solution, the only saving place where one can save oneself from the onslaught of corona and the deadly impact of the corona, even if for survivors who are now facing the deadly effects of the various funguses, whether it's black fungus or white fungus or yellow fungus, because of the hugely debilitated immunity levels. And how here in Adi Kailasa, there is complete protection in literally multi-layers, not only physically, as Ma Mahavidya was explaining, the multi-layer quarantine, but also literally in the various realms, in the various layers of one's existence, in the physical layer, the mental layer, the psychological layer, the spiritual layer, in every which way, Bhagwan actually holding every being who's coming over here, seeking his protection, seeking the grace of Devi. So it is such an incomparable, probably unprecedented experience in terms of the level in which people are experiencing, as well as in the level where they're really seeing grace being showered on them. It is not something which can be explained on the human plane at all, as Ma was sharing. And every single being feeling this impact in such a tangible, perceptible way. And people really recognizing that now is a time for all of us to come together, to stand together for a much bigger cause, which is the cause which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Shri Nityananda Paramashivam, has been espousing for the last practically almost more than 26 years of his public life, where Sanatana Hindu Dharma is the only solution for all problems that are plaguing the world today in any sphere of life, be it economical, in terms of health, in terms of relationships, in terms of one's personal fulfillment, in every which way. The only solution being living what is taught in the Veda Agamas, living exactly the way Paramashiva has ordained. So here, this, in spite of the outside world going through such a crisis, yet the core mission of Bhagwan, which is reviving Sanatana Hindu Dharma, making us taste, experience, and be established in the lifestyle because of the very inherent properties of it, which is completely life positive, that being the unique trait of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. All this is being provided as an experience to the people who are coming to the Adi Kailasa ship. And here we are fulfilling our responsibilities, as Ma said, of every single sannyasi, every single Adinavasi, every single Balasan. It's such a joy and a pleasure to see everybody just bubbling with enthusiasm and energy. Even the Balasans joining us and in this readiness where every one of them wants to be part of this, contribute to this in their own way and experience the grace of Swamiji and do the Guru Vak and whatever Devi Parashakti has ordered all of us in her tremendous grace showering on this space of Adi Kailash and every single being who is existing over here. So it is really actually what Mahavidya has recapped is in really a nutshell, and all of you can see all these pictures and videos. They have been uploaded on the various social media, including the Facebook channel of Bhagwan. And every single day we are documenting this phenomenal historical happening, monumentally historical, cosmically historical, and probably we are all blessed. Probably we are the only ones to have been blessed in history with an opportunity to record every one of such of the leelas of Bhagwan, where in this case, the unique leela where he is not physically present here, yet he is there in every minute, in every inch of this Adi Kailasa ship, micromanaging everything, just like in the case of Manu's ship, where he led in the pralaya that happened eons ago. In the same way, this time we have the unique privilege and blessing of Paramashiva himself leading the world through this Adi Kailasa ship into the next quantum leap into super consciousness, where the world is going to transform forever, and none of what we are seeing now is going to remain. This transition phase, yes, it is tough on all of us. It is tough to read the headlines daily of the deaths that are happening across the world, but the only ray of hope and the sure ray of hope is the last lamp of Hinduism, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. So let's all of us cognize this monumentally historical happening. Let's all become a part of it in whichever way we want to, be it being a part of the COVID care centers. You come in, you enjoy the privileges that are being offered over here, the life solutions and the lifestyle that is being offered over here, or you want to contribute to this happening. Come join us, become an Adinavasi and help share this responsibilism and this powerful state of living with yourself, your family, the rest of the world. There are so many ways in which one can become a part of this beautiful happening, and one can really experience life at its peak intensity, if not the miracles really that one experiences day to day, not only in one's own life, but also in the lives of others in so many levels. And it's such a joy to be part really of this cosmic family, which where we are all bound together by the singular thread, the ideological thread of being disciples, children of Paramashiva himself. So what is the plans for today, Mama Havidya? Maybe ask in all the physical readiness, the mental readiness, and today's journey. This literally the song of Paramashiva, which every one of you here is singing, which you can hear everywhere in the campus, be it in the with the female sannyasis or the balasans or the male sannyasis. Everywhere it's all buzzing with that one music. So can you share a little bit of that harmony?
Yes, Swami. So here really there's really like how Macha Swami is sharing, the security that everybody is feeling is immense, because one thing I'm trying to share with what I'm sharing here, I'm just being a voice of a big, large team behind me. So please don't think I'm doing any justice to their contribution or what else is happening, because there are people taking on a lot of tasks, emergency responders, people taking up a lot of physical activity, doing things we are also learning as we go, but everything is being done with such meticulous care, which is what is something I'm trying to bring out here, is that in the micromanagers of Swamiji, it's not just about a micromanagement. It's not just taking it on as a project. Okay, it's not as taking it on just as a project, but the thing is, what I'm trying to share here is from the micromanagement, it is coming from the context of making sure that that each person feels that they are part of a home. Each person feels that they are not part of just, okay, you've come here, okay, it's not like a hospital. You've come here, okay, you're a patient to me, and I'm going to treat you as one other number. Not at all. It is more of making sure that each individual feels that they are home. So from that context, today we are going to really step up our plumbing facilities that we have for each individual in both first level, second level quarantine. And we make sure that anything there in terms of plumbing or anything that needs to happen specifically for, some people also will have different kind of physical abilities, different kind of physical disabilities. They may need different kind of facilities for restrooms and bathrooms. So our task today is really setting up that layer of facilities and make improvements to what we already have provided, to make sure we are able to cater small children as well as slightly elderly people as we have them. So that is our task for today. And then tomorrow onwards we have the next list. What we really want to do is, just before my sharing here began, we were talking about how Bhagwan has also thought through of the next 3 years of Annadan, providing food and security. So to people everyone who are with us, who are going to come, who are going to visit us, everybody, right? So our next 2 days are going to be just setting up those facilities, protecting, preventing, securing, safeguarding everything that we need for Annadan. As we hit very tough times. I don't need to talk about news, because news already is said enough of what is going to come next. But this is the only place where we are discussing solutions of what's going to happen next. So only here in Adi Kailash and Swamiji are talking about what happens in the next 3 years and how we are going to make sure that Annadan and food is secured for every person who visits. So this requires us to just make sure that all that food grains that we have procured or we are procuring and we are keeping them safeguarded in different cold storage facilities, different types of storage facilities, different temperatures, different locations. So as and when we need them, as and when we need to utilize them, or we need to provide them, or those who are in quarantine need to use them, they know where to go, how to use it, how to procure it, how to safeguard it. So that's going to be our next 2-day activity. So that's our next 3 days, which are we've kind of planned. But of course, when we start, we'll know what next, and whatever needs to be done, really, whatever needs to be done to make sure the person understands why Kailasa as a solution is being able to provide so much life positivity, is about everything being Veda Agamic, everything about life positivity, everything being followed with a transparency. You can go through and find out why a certain facility is built in a certain way. You can go look up a book and you'll find the exact Shastra Pramana, and we've replicated it and we can show you the proof, which is why the experience is happening. We are just really, with Swamiji's guidance, we're just really just laying out our rich, I don't know, 60,000 eternal tradition, which is already proven that it is going to help you and support you in pandemic times. We're just recreating with his blessings and grace here exactly like how it should be done, how it can be done with success given tough times, and having that experience and being able to provide that to everybody else. So that's for our next 3 days, Swami. So we'll work with our facilities first, restrooms, and then we'll move on to any help that the kitchen and Analya needs to safeguard all of the Anadan items that they have procured.
Great. Thank you so much, Mama Mahavidya, for sharing this with the rest of the world and being the voice of all of us over here in Adi Kailasa, who are part of this blessed team, which is going to provide the multi-layer quarantine facility in the Adi Kailasa ship as not only as an emergency service in the physical sense, but also a very, very holistic home in this spiritual enlightenment ecosystem, Adi Kailasa. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. Nityanam.
Yes.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting.
Important guidances for the whole of the world. So we're going to have a segment on Devi Parashakti's revelations about how to combat COVID.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting. The cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations. Both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God
सर्वाभीष्टफलप्रदां गिरिसुतां वाणीरमा सेवितां मीनाक्षी प्रणतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवाराम्निधिम् श्रीविद्यां शिववामभागनिलयां श्रीङ्कारमन्त्रोज्ज्वलां श्रीचक्राङ्गितबिन्दुमध्यवसतिं श्रीमत्सभानायिका श्रीमच्छन्मुखविघ्नराज जननीं श्रीमज्जगन्मोहिनीं मीनाक्षी प्रणतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवाराम्निधिम् नानायोगि मुनीन्द्र कृन्निवसतिं नानातसिद्धिप्रदां नानापुष्पविराजिताङ्घ्रियुगळां नारायणेनार्चितां नादब्रह्ममयीं परात्परतरां नानार्थतत्त्वात्मिकां मीनाक्षीं प्रणतोऽस्मि सन्ततमहं कारुण्यवारामिनीम्
பூ நிறத்தாளை புவியடங்க காத்தாளை அங்கையர் பாசாங்குசம் கரும்பு வில்லும் அங்கை சேர்த்தாளை முக்கண்ணியை தொழுவார்க்கும் ஒரு தீங்கும் இல்லையே தேவி கருமாரி அம்மனை தொழுவார்க்கும் ஒரு தீங்கும் இல்லையே செல்லாத்தா செல்ல மாரியாத்தா செல்லாத்தா செல்ல மாரியாத்தா எங்கள் சிந்தையில் வந்து அரை வினாடி நில்லாத்தா கண்ணாத்தா பொன்ன காணாட்டா கண்ணாத்தா பொன்ன காணாட்டா இந்த ஜென்மம் எடுத்து என்ன பயன் என்று சொல்லடி நீயாத்தா அம்மா சொல்லடி நீயாத்தா தாயே சொல்லடி நீயாத்தா செல்லாத்தா செல்ல மாரியாத்தா எங்கள் சிந்தையில் வந்து அரை வினாடி நில்லாத்தா ஆசை தீர உன் அழகை பார்க்க மாரியாத்தா வந்த பாசத்தோடு வந்தேனடி தாயே மாரியாத்தா ஆசை தீர உன் அழகை பார்க்க
நித்தியம் காத்திடும் உத்தமத்தியே சத்குருவாய் வந்த நித்திய தாயே வேதங்கள் வணங்கிடும் ஆதியும் நீயே ஜோதிமலையிலே அவதரித்தாயே அவனியை பேணும் ஞானமும் நீயே அக்னி வடிவிலே அருள் புரிந்தாயே பூதங்கள் ஐந்தையும் ஈன்றவள் நீயே அழல் உருவாகவே ஈன்றெழுந்தாயே ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி தீனிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி கர்மங்களை கொண்டிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய் கர்மங்களை கொண்டிட வந்தாய் நித்யானந்த தர்ம மண்ணில் வென்றிட வந்தாய் தீனிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி தீனிலே பிறந்தவளே நித்ய ஆனந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி நித்யானந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி நித்யானந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி நித்யானந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி நித்யானந்தத்தியே நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி
ஓம் 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 ஓமெனும் பிரணவம் உற்பத்தியாகும் மூலநாதபரஞ்சோதி பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் பாகத்திருக்கும் பரமசக்தி வேதாகமம் விளக்கி சொல்ல வரம் தர வழி சொல்ல நித்யானந்தன் உயிர் தாங்கி உடல் தாங்கி மனமொழி மெய்தாங்கி முழுமையுந்தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்தேன் இப்புலகில் நன்மை செய்திட பரஷோடசி மீனாட்சி கந்திரந்து அருள் செய்கின்றேன் கண்ணாத்தாள் சமயபுரத்து மகமாய் வந்துதித்தேன் மாநகர் மதுரை வாழ் மீனாட்சி வந்துதித்தேன் ஆனந்தம் தந்திடவே அருளாட்சி செய்கின்றேன் வாருங்கள் மக்களே கேளுங்கள் வேண்டும் வரமெலாம் காமதேனுவாய் கற்ப விருட்சமாய் நல்வரந்தந்து நல் அருள் தந்திடவே வந்துதித்தேன் மக்களே அஞ்சாதீர்கள் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றிருந்தும் அதன் நேர்மறை மறைமுக வந்து வாராது இருக்கும் பெருந்துக்கங்கள் எல்லாவற்றிலுமிருந்தும் உங்களை காக்கின்றேன், கவலை வேண்டாம். வாருங்கள், தினந்தோறும் அன்னையனை தரிசியுங்கள். என் தரிசனம் போதும் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கையை காத்திடவும் பாதுகாப்பாய் வையத்தை வைத்திடவும் வளத்தொடு பார்த்திடவும் சேர்த்திடவும் செம்மை சிறப்பெலாம் ஆர்த்திடவும் அருளுகின்றோம் அன்னை உங்கள் அனைவர்க்கும் வரம். தரிசனம் போதும் எப்போதும் உங்கள் வாழ்வில் நன்மையெல்லாம் மலரும். ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
அச்சங்களை துச்சமாக மிச்சமின்றியே, அச்சங்களை துச்சமாக மிச்சமின்றியே, தீயில் கலைந்தெறிந்தும் கருவறைக்குள் நாங்கள் இறங்கினோம், தீயில் கலைந்தெறிந்தும் கருவறைக்குள் நாங்கள் இறங்கினோம். நித்யாகினி தியானாகினி ஆனந்தாகினி குந்த ஞானாகினி தன்னில் இன்று நாங்கள் நடக்கவே, நித்யாகினி தியானாகினி ஆனந்தாகினி குந்த ஞானாகினி
ஓம் வைதேகி தனுஷன் ததாஸ்து. சங்கீதா பட்டேல் ததாஸ்து. லக்ஷ்மி சந்திரன் ததாஸ்து. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். வினய் காமத் உயிருக்கும் உடலுக்கும் உயிர்ப்பித்த ஞானமும் யோகமும் குடும்பத்தவர் அனைவருக்கும் கொடுத்தேன், மகனுக்கு கண்டுபிடிக்கும் நல் அறிவினால் வரும் நோபல் பரிசும் தந்தோம். 22ஆம் வயதிற்குள் இவ்வுலகிலேயே பெரும் விஞ்ஞானியாய் சிறந்து விளங்குவான் மகன். நல்வாழ்வும் ஞானமும் தந்தோம், சர்வஞத்துவமும் தந்தோம். பொய்வா புண்ணியத்தோடு வாழ்வாய். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். ஸ்ரீனிவாசன் பொறாமையொடு பொச்சாப்பும்
So the next. Yes. Next we have Sri Chitsabeshananda, who has joined the Adi Kailasa COVID Care Protection Center, who's going to come to the show today and share his experiences, how he's feeling, what was the revelation that he received from Devi, and what are his experiences being in Adi Kailasa. Chitsabeshananda, can you please unmute yourself?
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nityanandam. Now we have Srini Tejitsadesananda Aya, who has joined the COVID Care Correction Center in Adi Kailasa.
Nityanandama. Nityanandama.
Yes. So, yeah, I request you to keep the camera stable for our viewers. Yes. Okay. So, Aya, would you like to share your experiences of receiving the blessings from Devi Parashakti and what made you to come here and your experiences on your stay in Adi Kailasa?
Nityanandam. Amma, I am not English for a little bit English, but something Tamil is translated.
Yes, please go ahead and come and we'll translate.
Yes.
Yes, Chitsaresaya, please.
Yes, Amma wants. Mara, சொல்லுங்க Mara. Mara, சொல்லுங்க. சொல்லுங்க Mara. Okay, okay Mara. Nityanandama. Nityanandam.
Yes, please go ahead and share your experiences, Aya.
அம்மா நான் சுவாமிஜி வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 2008 பார்த்தேம்மா. ஐ எம் வாட்சிங் சுவாமிஜி ஃபார் 2018
Yeah, yes, Aya. So I think we'll have to move on to the next participant because you're experiencing some technical difficulties. So
Ma? Ma Nityanandam?
Paramashivoham.
So stay tuned, and tomorrow we'll have many more testimonials coming in from people who have joined the COVID Care Center in Adi Kailasa, spearheaded by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Parameswaram. Please stay tuned for the next segment today.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But the Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Yes. Next, we have Sri Harilina, who is joining from Adi Kailasa Sarvangapeetham, who's recently come with his family to the COVID Care Protection Center. Thank you so much for joining the show today, Aya. Nityanandam. You'll have to unmute yourself and speak.
Nityanandam.
Nityanandam, yeah.
Nityanandam. Actually, I'm devotee since 2004. I have actually, since the pandemic condition is in the external world is very high, so we need protection for me and my family. So there is no other go to come to the feet of Swamiji. Now that is the exact situation. Actually, I am having two kids. In the external world, that is even the vaccinations or something like that is not there for the kids, and in that situation, I'm unable to do. That is, even though we have money, we are unable to save our life. So that I took a decision to come to Adi Kailash and stay here and protect me and my family. So that's the main reason of me coming here and staying here. Now here at this point, when I came, and most carryingly, they have taken us and they have given very wonderful food and nice stay and everything. We are immensely happy staying here.
Thank you, yeah. Thank you so much. I just wanted to understand the current situation. You are from Kanchipuram, and how is COVID being treated over there? What is the society feeling right now? Like, especially you mentioned about the situation is really bad over there. So could you expand on that, please?
Okay. Actually, that government, what they are saying is only it is a suppressed thing, which we feel. The death rate and the affected rate is very higher there in our place. But the government used to say that the COVID is getting reduced and the persons are getting more healed and they are going out. But that is, I feel it is totally lie. It is total lie. They used to lie. Why? Because when we go to the government general hospital there, we can see so many people are dying there, and more people are getting affected, and there are more COVID patients there. But when we see in the news channels and all, they give a suppressed data that the persons is on recovery state. There is no persons affected. Like that, they are lying. So what I felt was the people are very much careless towards COVID. They don't care about spreading the disease or something like that. They don't wear proper mask. They don't maintain social distancing. Everything. So even though there is a strict lockdown in our place, they don't follow the rules. So when we live in the same situation, the problem won't get easily solved. So it will definitely shoot up. When the problem shoots up, that time we won't be getting any medical care or something like that. So that first we need to save ourselves. So only we came to Adi Kailash.
Great. That's wonderful, yeah.
Moreover,
would you like to? Yes. Please go ahead.
Hello. Moreover, during this COVID situation, I have lost my father-in-law also due to the same COVID. For that, we have searched in there for hospital and an ambulance. We are unable to even get an ambulance with oxygen support. So now this second wave, actually in Tamil Nadu, we are suffering from second wave. In that second wave itself, we are unable to get medical facilities. That is, we don't get oxygen supported ambulance. We don't get oxygen supported bed in hospitals. Then ventilator supported ICUs. Everything is unavailable. So we have been searching for 4 to 5 days to admit him into the hospital, but we are unable to get even a bed. While he was having some suffocation problem in the last day when he expired, we were searching for the hospital. Nobody has even opened the door to admit him and to see. So actually, he has expired in the ambulance itself without getting that room. So that made us more shiver that this place is unsafe. We don't get any care if there is, even though when we have money, even we have asked them, that we will give you whatever amount you want. Please admit him. We need to save his life. But there is no hospital at all. What they say is that already there are 20 persons waiting for the ICU with ventilator support. Then how can I put you there? So you please wait, they have asked. So that we have waited. But we are unable to help him, but he expired.
I think it's very important perspective that you brought out today in the show, because people are suffering. Even if you are affected by COVID, you are not getting the necessary medical support. Money is not helping anybody. It is only Swamiji who's going to protect their lives. So I think it's a very important, deeper perspective that you've brought to the show today. And it is just the reality, actually. What people are suffering outside, and they don't have any solutions. It is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism who has opened all his Kailasas to support and protect the people from COVID. I just wanted to ask you one more question. How is your wife feeling today? She was experiencing the grief about her father's death and her stay in Adi Kailash. What would you like to share with us about it?
Regarding that, actually, she was having a fear stroke about his father's death. She used to get shiver at nights due to fear. Like that, it was there. But here, it was very much comfortable for her. The environment is very good because we are in the lap of Swamiji. We feel that we feel that we are in the lap of Swamiji. So that every persons are very much kind and supportive, even for a medical care. Actually, yesterday we was very much astonished. She was having a great headache, which used to come to her. For that, when we informed them, the amount of care they have taken, all the persons have come, taken care, and they rang up to the doctors. They also given medicines and everything. It was awesome. There is even this kind of facility we don't get in our home at all. When we want to, during this pandemic period, when we want to meet a doctor, it is like a great thing. Moving out and going to a doctor is very much very difficult thing. But here it has made very much simple. The doctor is on call and the medicine is in our bed, has come to our same sitting place, and everything. The care was awesome. So we really loved it. We enjoyed. Not to say we should enjoy it, but we felt very happy.
Thank you. Actually, every single thing is personally guided, and how to handle these medical emergencies. To that detail, Swamiji has guided and ensured that it is happening. His guidance and micromanagement is the only reason how we are able to provide this support. So thank you so much for joining the show today. Would you like to share anything else with the viewers?
Yes, ma. Actually, what I felt is when we came to Adi Kailash, it was totally all the sannyasis were maintaining the show, even from the gatekeeping, everything. So they are taking care like anything. That is taking care is not like coming and saying some polite words or something like that. The protection, the level of protection that they give is in everywhere we can say that some staffs will be taking care of the gates, and some other people will be taking care. So the main place, the higher officials will be taking care. But here when I came, even from the gate onwards, it is much more secure. That they are rest assuring that no other persons or no violation is being happening. Whatever Swamiji says, it has to happen. For that, there should be more authentic persons at all the place. So I felt that even Sundareshwara Maharaj and everybody was on the gates and seeing if there is any violation which is happening regarding the checking the baggage or like that, or regarding deviating any other rules. They are very much keen and sharp and seeing if there is no violations of Swamiji's words. So I feel really very much secure. After seeing that only, I feel very much secure. Swami, that is everything we say, Swami says, but this one, whatever Swami says, that is getting implemented 100% pakka. So I feel much more secure. Okay, now this is the best place to live in. So that is the thing which I had.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you so much. Like I mentioned already, it is every single step Swamiji is guiding, and he's ensuring that everything is being practiced properly, because his compassion to care for people, he wants to ensure that every single being who's touching the campus, who's touching the soil of Adi Kailash for the COVID Protection Center, they are completely protected. So thank you so much. And we all feel extremely grateful for having Swamiji in our life to make sure that every single being is valued, right? So thank you so much for joining the show today, and we'll move on to the next segment.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. That otherworldly but definitive sign manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifest the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Parashakti परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through his body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in living incarnation, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is fasting. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you,